Let's talk about the year 2025, because that's the year an object entered our solar system that would go on to challenge, well, everything we thought we knew. This wasn't just a rock, and it wasn't just passing through. The story of what it might be, that's what we're digging into today. And really, it all boils down to this one question, the one that's been keeping scientists and world leaders up at night. What if this thing, the third interstellar visitor we've ever seen, was sent here on purpose? Now, to really grasp why this new object, 3I/Atlas, is such a game changer, we have to rewind a bit. Back in 2017, we had Oumuamua, that bizarre cigar-shaped thing that accelerated for no apparent reason. Then in 2019, 2I Borisov came along, and it was much more normal. It was basically just a comet from another star. Cool, for sure, but they were the opening acts. 3I/Atlas is the headliner. And the story starts the moment we first saw it, because the path it took to get here was, to put it mildly, deeply strange. So July 1st, 2025, the Atlas survey in Chile picks up this very faint speck of light. Pretty quickly, astronomers crunch the numbers and realize its trajectory is hyperbolic. Now, that's a key word. It means the object isn't trapped by our sun's gravity. It's a true interstellar traveler, just passing through our neighborhood on its way back to the void. And its speed? An absolutely blistering 58 kilometers per second. I mean, that is just screaming fast. Way faster than either Oumuamua or Borisov. For something to be moving that quickly, it either had to be slingshotted out of a truly massive star system, or something else gave it a very big push. Okay, so this is where the math really starts to fall apart for any natural explanation. Just look at the eccentricity here. That's how stretched its orbit is. A value of 6.14, that's completely unheard of. But the real smoking gun is its inclination, 175 degrees. That means it came into our solar system almost perfectly flat, aligned with the same plane all of our planets orbit on. So what are the odds of that happening by chance? About 1 in 500, a 0.2% probability. It's like throwing a frisbee from a mile away and having it land perfectly on top of a dinner plate. It's so statistically unlikely that you have to start asking a different question. What if it wasn't an accident? What if you were aiming for the plate? And that bizarre, seemingly targeted orbit, that was just the first clue. As soon as we aimed our best telescopes at it, the list of things that just made no natural sense, well, it started to grow. Fast. You see, a normal comet is just a dirty snowball. We expect water ice, dust, and a kind of reddish color from all the organic gunk. But 3I Atlas was weird. It was strangely low on water. It gave off a blue excess spectrum, which hints at a metallic surface. And here's the clincher. The ratio of nickel to iron we detected? It perfectly matched industrially made superalloys, not the kind of stuff you find lying around in space. And then it started to accelerate. Just like Oumuamua, it sped up as it flew away from the sun, getting pushed by something besides gravity. But unlike a comet, it wasn't venting nearly enough gas or dust to explain that push. Then Hubble got a really good look and saw 3 distinct jets of material shooting out in a perfect 120-degree symmetry. It looked for all the world like thrusters. And to top it all off, it had an anti-tail, a plume of stuff pointing towards the sun. That makes zero physical sense, unless it's a braking system. So once you accept the mountain of evidence that this is an artificial object, the whole game changes. The question isn't what is it anymore, it's who built it, and, maybe more importantly, why send it here? To even start to comprehend the builders, we need some kind of framework. The Kardashev scale gives us one. It's a way to classify civilizations based purely on the raw amount of energy they can control. And here's where it gets humbling. We, humanity, are only at about 0.73 on this scale. We haven't even mastered our own planet's energy yet. The sheer power required to launch something like 3I/Atlas at those speeds is frankly astronomical. That kind of energy is only available to a Type 2 civilization, one that can harness the entire energy output of its star. They are leagues beyond us. Now, a civilization that advanced probably wouldn't send just one ship. It's inefficient. It's much more likely they'd use something like a von Neumann probe. The idea is simple but brilliant. It's a spacecraft that can replicate itself. It flies to a new star system, uses the local asteroids and dust to build copies, and then sends those copies on to the next stars. It is an exponential way to explore the entire galaxy. So if this is a probe, what's its purpose? Right now, there are 3 big hypotheses floating around. The first is the zoo hypothesis. It's just a quiet observer watching us from a distance. The second is the dark forest theory, which is a bit more chilling. It suggests the probe is a silent scout looking for potential threats in a dangerous universe. And the third is the Gardner theory, that it's a vessel designed to see life, maybe on places like Jupiter's moons. This isn't a sci-fi thought experiment anymore. The arrival of 3I/Atlas has dragged this conversation out of books and movies and dropped it right into our reality. And it is changing everything. In February of 2026, we made another discovery, a truly mind-bending one. 3I/Atlas isn't alone. It's traveling with a swarm of an estimated 35 million smaller objects. This isn't one ship. It seems to be a mothership deploying a massive fleet of smaller probes right here in our solar system. The confirmation that we are not alone has triggered what experts are calling ontological shock. It's a crisis of our most fundamental beliefs. Our religions, our economies, our entire philosophy. So much of it was built on the silent assumption that we were the only thinking beings around. And now that assumption has been shattered. And you can literally see this shockwave hitting our society. Look at the financial markets. Defense and aerospace stocks have surged. People are pouring money into the perceived safety of gold. And long-term bonds, they're tanking. I mean, how can you possibly calculate risk 30 years from now when the entire context of human existence just changed overnight? A massive strategic analysis report came out, and it summed up our new reality in just 8 words. It's a simple and, frankly, terrifying conclusion. We are not alone, and we are not ready. So now, everything is leading to one specific date and one massive question. On March 16, 2026, 3I/Atlas is set to make a rendezvous with Jupiter, a maneuver so precise it has to be intentional. Is it refueling, deploying something new, sending a signal? We just don't know. But the entire world is going to be watching, because whatever happens at Jupiter could very well define the future of humanity.